Hello, TradingView community. Welcome to my new analysis about CHFAUD. And within CHFAUD, Forex pair exchange rates, there have been some really important developments within the recent times. As this bull market chart price action could convert into a major change and alteration within the price action within the next times, because also I have detected some really important underlying dynamics that could be a major origin of this whole price change and of the conversion of the price action within the next times. Therefore, I have spotted these major important underlying indications within my data dashboard as well as within my analysis. And with this being said, firstly, what has to be mentioned here within the CHF AUD developments is this major ascending trend line here within this whole structure. And this is a really ascending trend line because CHF AUD did not manage it to break down below these lower levels here, because if the bearishness would have been so high that from here on CHF AUD actually broke down directly into these levels, this did not happen at, and the reversal has shown up because CHF AUD bounced here within these structures into new levels. And the question is now, if this uptrend actually holds on, or if it just breaks down to the downside and shows up with a major reversal dynamic that is actually altering this whole dynamic into the other direction. And therefore, I am answering these questions in my analysis. And with this being said, the most important part of this whole dynamic here within this whole uptrend structure is this major ascending trend line actually being also important with this EMA structure here with the 50 EMA and the 25 EMA. And within these EMAs as well as ascending trend line structures, the price action now bounced several times and is now approaching a really, really important dynamic here within this whole upper structures, because within this upper structure, the CHF AUD pair has a major, major resistance here within this whole structure, because within this whole upper boundaries, the CHF AUD pair has a major supply level from where the price already pulled it back several times to the downside, showing up with these heavy bearish pullbacks to the downside. And this level actually increases the possibility likelihood only because this is such a major supply level from where a pullback is highly likely. And this means that once the price action approaches this level again, this increases the possibility likelihood almost enormously to overwhelmingly high levels for bearish breakdown into these directions. And this major supply level is between the 1.81 level and the 1.87 level. This is the major supply zone which is prevailing for CHF AUD. And once the price action actually enters this level, this increases the possibility likelihood for a major breakdown from there on, for a major pullback to show up from there on. And this is also what should be expected within the next times. Once the price action enters these levels and moves into these levels, this will alter the whole dynamic within the market. And from there on, the price action actually will pull back to the downside and show up with a major pullback from there on, as the price action is going to approach these levels and as the major supply is going to enter, similarly as it has been already confirmed within the past. And when looking at this whole structure, the CHF AUD developments are also forming a other formational structure, which is actually this gigantic ascending wedge triangle formation structure, and such a rich triangle formation structure is almost in all cases a major development that is indicating a huge reversal to the downside initially, and this is almost in all cases the case. And this is also likely to happen here within this wall structure. Once the pullback has broken below the lower boundary of this gigantic ascending triangle formation, then this will indicate a major formational reversal structure to show up once the price action pull it back to the downside below the lower boundary. And in this case, it will be a highly important dynamic to consider, because the major consideration will be, once this ascending triangle formation has formed the reversal breakout down to the downside and the breakout confirmation to the downside, a major consideration in this case will be if the price action actually holds on further into the bearish direction, and the bearish momentum possibility directional confirmations are going to accelerate further bearish directions into the downside and print several lower lows within this wall structure to actually break down below the main support levels here, which CHF AUD still holds, because when looking at this wall structure, CHF AUD has the major supports within this main level between the £1.45 and the £1.52 level. These are the major levels that are the main supports within this whole structure. These are the main support levels, and once CHF AUD has reached these levels, it will be actually important how CHF AUD bounces into these levels, because if these supports hold on and actually demand enters here within this whole structure, this could also lead to a reversal. Otherwise, when this does not happen and CHF AUD just shows up with major breakdowns below these levels, then a continuation can be projected and should not be underestimated. Also, when looking at this gigantic structure here, what CHF AUD is also forming here within this whole structure is this gigantic wave count formation structure, and this is also a major consideration that needs to be evaluated within this whole dynamic here, because this is such a gigantic wave count formation structure that once this wave count formation structure has been completed with the major wave E, which will set up with the breakdown below the ascending triangle formation, once this whole wave count development have been completed, this will be a major development, because in this case, CHF AUD is also forming this gigantic channel formation here within this whole structure, which could actually be a major development in a whole formation structure, because if CHF AUD actually shows up with the ability to bounce within these lower levels, which are important support zones within this whole structure, actually matching with the lower boundary of this gigantic channel formation, then this could also lead to a major reversal within the whole dynamic from where CHF AUD actually has the potential to test and retest previous levels within this whole structure. Nevertheless, it will be highly necessary to watch out for this whole bearish development price action momentum within this whole structure, because if the bearish price action, once this ascending triangle formation has been completed, is so high and the bearishness accelerates so heavily, then this whole channel formation can be also invalidated into the lower directions. Therefore, these are some really important developments that need to be elevated once these developments have shown up within the next times, and therefore these are some really crucial developments to watch out within the next times. Currently, the supply level within this war zone is so high, the supply is so high within this level, that a pullback from here on is almost inevitably confirm it. And therefore, the next directions need to be elevated in this case. With this being said, it will be great when you support my project further with a like, follow, and comment so you don't miss any updates about this important confirmations and about this important forex exchange rate symbol within the market. With this being said, have a good day. Bye bye.